our country is corruption. And a lot of investors are saying, why should we invest in the Philippines when it is graft-ridden and it is a lot of issues on corruption? Who is doing a better job, April, in terms of combating and fighting corruption? Was it the Duterte administration in its first 3 years or the Marcos administration in its first 3 years?
Okay, eto ha mga kababayan. Sigurado marami na namang anti-Duterte ang tataas ang kilay nito sa sasabihin ng mga analyst na ito. But anyways, eto ha, napaka-importanting usapin ang laban kontra sa korupsyon, diba? Pero sino nga ba ang mas epektibo? Ang Duterte administration o ang Marcos Jr. administration? Okay, sa mga anti-Duterte dyan, humanda na kayo. Pakinggan nyo to, lalo na si Attorney Claire. Hi!
Well, I think Jonathan will have a better say on that. But I mean, okay, I'll talk about the rice situation na lang. Okay, so during the time of the Duterte administration, we also had rice problems in 2018. But looking at what happened in 2018, we had the rice tariffication law. Rice prices went up, but then it went down right away. So in other words, rice was a problem. It caused inflation to go up, but then it was addressed right away. So this time around, so like for us, we're saying, oh, we're excited because for example, there are so many things that the government is doing. For example, it reduced the tariffs on rice. Globally, El Niño's over, and then India said we're going to lift the ban on rice exports. So we're seeing global rice prices go down. But then you want to wonder, how come rice prices aren't going down? So, in that respect, I would say that, if corruption was the answer to, the reason why rice prices aren't going down, then in that respect, I could say Duterte did a better job.
So, paano yan? Mga anti-Duterte, alam kong ayaw niyong marinig yan. Diba? Na sinabi. Yung sinabi ng analyst na yan, diba? Duterte did a better job. Meaning, o masasabi natin na sa unang 3 taon ni Duterte administration, mas naging mabilis at epektibo ang aksyon laban sa katiwalian at mga problemang pang-ekonomiya. Alam natin yon, diba? Kung pagbabasihan natin ang mga naging aksyon sa unang 3 taon ng bawat administration, masasabi natin na mas naging matapang at epektibo ang kanyang laban doon sa katiwalian o korupsyon noong sa panahon ni Pangulong Duterte, di ba? But anyways, pakinggan natin ulit ito.
But then maybe Jonas can, say something else.
So I think during Duterte's time, there was a sense of, I think they had the right focus, especially on the taxation side. If you remember the mighty cigarettes, they were able to really go against tax evaders, of course, and they were still able to do a win-win situation. So there was an example that people were fearing, so that that kept things in check. Okay, right now the difference is that there are so many problems like inflation that needs to be addressed. You have an education crisis. So all of these things are a balancing act.
Because during the time of President Duterte, he established the Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission in 2017 and also signed the Ease of Doing Business Act. During the time of Marcos Jr. in his first 3 years, he has focused basically on strengthening institutions and improving governance through digitalization and transparency. Both administrations have done their part to fight corruption, but is it working? April?
Well, from the rice example, seems like it's not.
Why is it not working?
It's embedded in the system. You have to understand, any new administration, if you were president of the Philippines, you only control or appoint 6,740 people. And those that you'll appoint will only be there for 6 years. The people who are there in the system, for them to be kicked out, you need to get the Civil Service Commission and all of these things. So we need to fix the system.
Let's talk about inflation and the cost of living. In terms of economic management, Duterte and Marcos Jr. administrations, who is doing a better job in containing inflation?
Well, basically, both are doing the same strategies by really lowering the tariffs. So I think one of the things that Duterte initially, during his first 4 years, he really focused on food security. However, towards the end, because of the challenges that they faced with 2018, as mentioned by April, the tendency was really to do short, stopgap measures, and eventually that's lowering the tariffs. However, at this point in time, we've actually done a lot of those policies to be able to bring down inflation. The problem with us is that we don't have a real plan for food. So one of the things is that we've fixed the importing side, meaning we've lowered the tariffs, so we've lessened the potential income of importers. So wholesalers moving to the distributor, that's capped. Now, from the distributors moving to the traders like supermarkets, their margins are still there. So government needs to be able to do something.
Right, there really has to be a systematic strategy, a plan, no, an overall plan by the administration to be able to fix our inflation problem.
Eto kung titignan natin ang naging approach nila sa ilalim ng Duterte administration may malakas na kampanya laban sa tax evasion katulad ng mighty cigarette case, 'di ba? Na tinarget ng gobyerno dahil sa hindi pagbabayad ng tamang buwis. At eto pa mas mabilis umaksyon. Noong nagkaproblema sa bigas noong 2018, mabilis itong naresolba sa pamamagitan ng rice tarification law. At eto pa, tinatag ang PACC, di ba? Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission na inabolish ng gobyerno ngayon. Direkta yun na sangay ng gobyerno na tutok sa pagsugpo ng katiwalian. Ease of Doing Business Act upang mabawasan ang red tape. Yun ang problema, di ba? At gawing mas madali ang mga proseso sa gobyerno. Eto naman, to be fair naman sa ilalim naman ng Marcos Jr. administration, may focus naman sila sa digitalization at transparency. Pero ayon sa nagsasalita, rinig nyo naman, di ba, na hindi pa ito masyadong ramdam sa paglaban sa korupsyon. Take note, paglaban sa korupsyon. Isa sa dahilan ay dahil embedded nakabaon na ang katiwalian sa sistema. Kaya mahirap siguro, sugpuin kahit sinong pangulo ang makaupo or umupo.